So, up until fairly recently, there weren't many options when it came to large LED light panels other than Nanoleaf. Until now, because as you may have noticed, Govee have been releasing new product after new product over the past year, and so it was only so long before they inevitably came out with some light panels of their own, which of course they sent over to us to show you guys. Meet Govee Glide Hexa.
So what's in the box? Well, you get 10 of these LED hexagon panels. Here are the dimensions for those of you that are interested, and they feel very well built, a little thicker than Nanoleafs, but also a little more sturdy as a result. You also get a bunch of these flexible connectors, and what I like about these is that they enable you to make a design that goes across two walls or round corners straight out of the box. You don't have to purchase any additional connectors like you would with Nanoleafs for those types of designs, which is really nice because that can get very expensive with Nanoleaf. Here's the included power brick and adapter. These things are the covers for the connectors. They snap right on, and they also come with these pre-installed sticky pads on the back for mounting the panels. Finally, you get a couple of extra sticky pads and a leveling tool to help you mount them on the wall. Now, speaking of mounting the panels, it's a bit of a multi-step process. It's not just a case of sticking them up on the wall in any order and turning them on. There's a specific way you need to connect them, and that process depends on the pattern you create. Fortunately, the Govee app, which is available on ISO and Android, does make it fairly easy. You can choose from a list of pre-made patterns or create your own. Either way, it will guide you through the process of connecting them up one by one, and also testing them to make sure everything works before you stick them up on the wall. Definitely not as intuitive as snapping them together. It's a bit of a process, but I mean, you only have to do it once, and they do include a tutorial video. So to me, it's not a huge deal. Although, obviously, if you decide to change your pattern or add additional panels in the future, you will have to go through this process again. It won't auto-detect new panels.
So once you've tested everything, you can start sticking them up on the wall. The connector covers that snap onto the back of each panel come with these pre-installed sticky pads, and you can use the included leveling tool to help you get everything squared and straight. It's kind of nice they included this. Once they're up on the wall, we can finish off setting up the app. The rest of the setup is just a case of naming the device and adding it to your Wi-Fi network, after which you'll be taken to the main home screen. This is where we can start customizing the light panels. So as we mentioned, there are 10 panels included, and you can change the color of each one of those panels individually within the app. You simply click on a panel, select your color and brightness, and it changes in real time. They're also extremely bright, a little brighter than Nanoleaf in my experience, and also much less hotspotty. I noticed particularly on the more recent Nanoleaf shapes, the lighting is not very well diffused at all. There's several areas that are brighter than others, whereas Govee's Hexa panels for the most part are very evenly lit. Let's talk a little bit about the actual design. So I don't know about you guys, but a huge issue I had with Nanoleaf's hexagons is that they don't look like hexagons. They have these horrible rounded edges, which makes them look more like a weird circle. It's just not an aesthetically pleasing design. Now obviously you have to hide the LED somewhere, but I think the way Govee have done it is just much better. There is a border that goes around the entire edge of each panel, but overall it just looks way nicer. Nice clean lines, modern, I really like it.
Now, another thing you might be wondering about is the RGBIC mentioned in the full product name. Now, what does that mean? Well, to put it simply, it basically means that each individual segment of the LED strip can be different colors simultaneously rather than just one. Govee's LED kits, in fact, nearly all of their products come with this tech, which allows for higher levels of customization, along with the ability to display rainbow waves and other dynamic type effects. This is another advantage here for the Govee Hexa panels versus Nanoleafs. Each of the Hexa panels can display different colors simultaneously, where Nanoleaf can only display one.
So going back to the app, under the Scenes tab we can try out a bunch of the built-in effects. They're divided up into different categories so you can quickly find inspiration for any type of mood you're trying to set. As you can see, a lot of them utilize this RGBIC technology. It's just overall much more interesting to look at. The lighting effects seem to travel across each panel rather than just fade in and out. It's a lot more dynamic. If we head over to the DIY tab, we can create our own custom effects, so you can name it, select an effect, adjust your direction and speed, select a color palette, and you've got a fully customized lighting effect. It's fairly intuitive and easy to use. Over on the music tab, we can enable and customize the music reactive feature. We can either decide to let it use the built-in mic on the LED controller or the device that you have the app installed on. We'll give you a quick demo of some of the effects now. Now they do lack any touch or gesture related features. That is something that is unique to Nanoleaf, although honestly I've never used that feature anyway. It just seems like a gimmick to me. A bit like the music reactive feature as well. That's something I never really use either. It's just more of a party trick than anything else in my opinion. Yeah, the most important thing to me is an aesthetically pleasing design, an easy to use app, and most importantly a reliable app. And that is one of the things that we feel like Govee does extremely well. The whole ecosystem just works. We've had Nanoleaf, we've had Glide Hexa products. They all seem to have connection issues. Sometimes they're slow to respond to changes within the app. And more annoyingly, sometimes they just completely drop off the network. Govee seems to have nailed a solid and stable connection when it comes to their app. It just works. There's also full Google Home and Alexa compatibility too, so you can connect it to your favorite voice assistant and enable voice control, which is something I've come to expect of any lighting related products in 2021. I'd consider it a standard feature nowadays.
So there you have it, guys. Govee Glide Hexa panels. They're definitely a great alternative to the Nanoleaf panels. I actually prefer the Govee Hexa panels to the Nanoleaf panels. Josh says the Nanoleaf looks more like squircles. They're not really, they're not really hexagons.
Rounded off edges. And of course you got to think about the app as well, because app stability is super important with these kind of products. And the Govee app is really solid.
It's great.
Especially compared to Nanoleaf. I've had it lots of times where they've just dropped off the app and you have to like factory reset them to reconnect them. And also you've got the RGBIC tech, which is what allows you to get those cool gradient effects. So you've got a lot of things, well, the panels have a lot of things going for them. Yeah, obviously Govee don't have the same selection of shapes available that Nanoleaf currently do, but hopefully that's something that they'll work on in the future, and also maybe standardize all the connectors across the shapes as well, so you can kind of mix and match everything. That would be really cool.
Yeah, it seems like Govee's always coming out with multiple products a month, so I wouldn't be surprised if they've already got other shapes and panels in the works, because if they're trying to compete with Nanoleafs, they're definitely going to have to do that. So like I said, I wouldn't be surprised. We'll definitely let you guys know if they do have any other panels come out. I'm sure. Yeah, watch our space. I'm sure it will change soon.
Let us know what you guys think to them in the comments. Do you think they're better than Nanoleaf? Are you going to pick some up for your setup? Drop a comment down below. You can also drop a like rated on this video if you enjoyed it. It helps us out. And subscribe for more. We got lots of new content on the way, haven't we?
Yeah, we do. We actually have our next video is actually a vlog, and it seems like the community has been really liking the vlogs that we were doing, so we did another one for you guys. And we're actually going to be meeting up, or we did meet up with another tech YouTuber that is very well known in the community. What's his name?
I'll give you a clue. It's RGBIC.
RGBIC, yeah. So we actually went up to Orlando and did an escape room with him. Yeah, it was super fun. We also met the CEO of Origin PC. His name's Kevin, and he was a delight to meet. A really fun guy. Yeah, it was a great time.
You guys are going to see that in the next video. It should be up in 2 days after we publish this one. So yeah, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of that. I think that's all the updates for everybody. Yeah. So yeah, until the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.
So there you have it, guys. Govee's Hexa Glide. Govee's Glide Hexa. Why are you laughing at me?
You were laughing.
So there you have it, guys. Govee's Glide Hexa panels. They're definitely a great alternative to. What's wrong with you? I did it so perfectly. Damn it! Oh my gosh. I need some wine.